Hello and welcome to the Dominate Keep Cage Match Game 2 against amoffett11. So this board, it seems fairly straightforward what you want to open here on 3-4, Urchin and Urchin. And that's what I'm going to go for, trash a little bit and build something with Vassal. Vassal looks very, very important here, and you can get your deck thin, high action density, and lots of money means you can buy Dominate and probably outscore Keep on this board. On 2-5, as my opponent has, it's a bit trickier. He does open with the estate, which I think is right. A better remake target and activates trade route. But 5 here, I expected this to be a cobbler from my opponent, but instead he goes for the remake. The remake is a bit slow compared to the mercenary here, just because the remake has to deal with the shelters instead of estates. So you don't get 2 costs going into 3 costs, you get 1 cost going into 2 costs and then 2 costs going into 3 costs. So just a bit slow. Here I opt not to buy the estate. It just makes the game end a little bit more quickly, and I do plan to hit the Vassal pile very hard as well as the Blessed Village pile. So if I buy another estate there, I just run down the game for no real reason. There's also Vineyard on the board, so that might come into play with Keep, and just Vineyard should be worth a lot of points here, probably more than the Province. Anyways, so my opponent remakes a couple coppers. I do get to 5 here, which is very fortunate, and very happy to pick up a cobbler here without having to go for a silver or anything like that. Just able to get it very quickly, and I feel like that just puts me way ahead at this point. My opponent does buy a Vassal last turn, but I'm not concerned about that at all. I am able to collide here on turn 6. No worries for me. My opponent, I mean, he is trashing. He's a little bit ahead on the trashing right now, but that mercenary, it's going to be top notch, slowing him down and also trashing for me. So this is the great thing about the Vassal here. The Cobbler, sorry. I can choose what I want, right? So there, had my hand been a little bit different, I could have gone for an Ironmonger instead. But I needed the Blessed Village, I felt, just because I would like to have that security, knowing that I'll be able to play both my Vassal and my Mercenary this turn. A very nice thing happens with the boon there. I do get the Mountains gift, giving me a silver for free, so that puts me ahead on the keep points there. Pretty nice to have that gain in. Buy is a little bit tricky here. You have Charm on the board, which I do go for here, as opposed to another Cobbler. Perhaps that should have been another Cobbler, but I think Charm is right there, because Charm could be act as a silver, and then I can buy another Cobbler with that extra money in the deck. And Charm, really, I wanted to Charm down perhaps Ironmonger's Blessed Villages. I wouldn't mind charming Urchins and Vassals either. We'll just see how it goes here, right? We'll just see how it goes. So far, things are going real good, because I have the Mercenaries. I'm hitting my opponent. He's not hitting me. His remake is a little bit slow. He doesn't have a Cobbler yet. Or did he just? No, he just bought a Cobbler on the last turn. Just bought a Cobbler, so he will not see that for some time. There's nothing to trash here, and I don't want to trigger the shuffle. I feel like I can hold on to my 1 silver, see if that, prompts my opponent to go pick up a silver of his own to fight the keep points, things like that. Charm here, I'm going to charm down another charm alongside a cobbler. So ideally I would like to have 1 cobbler in play each turn and just take whatever I like. And there's also remakes I could take at some point as well, just to perhaps do some tricks near the end of the game. So having that cobbler up is very nice. It's also good protection against discard attacks. Here, I knew what I was doing with that Vassal because I had the gift, the boon from the Blessed Village, the Cartographer one, so I didn't need to play the Ironmonger first. This is a little bit too much money for my taste. I do need some plus buy in the deck, and the only way to get the plus buy is Charm. Now, Trade Route isn't really sustainable, and Charm helps with gaining, of course, and also helps to keep the keep points in my favor for that treasure pile. There's also Vineyard on this board, by the way, which I expect to be worth a lot of points. Probably more than Province, given the way I want to build, honestly. So here, for instance, I don't need the Blessed Village, so I'm just going to take the Ironmonger and sift a little bit. I still need to trash a bit more cleanly than I am right now. And I already have the Blessed Village, so I'm guaranteed to be able to play this mercenary. So no concerns there at all. Still, you can see my deck is not quite able to draw through everything, but soon it will be. Soon it will be. There are these treasures around the charms, a couple stray coppers, the silver, which means that my vassal will not hit all the time, but it'll hit a lot of the time, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Still here, this is a bit awkward whether to choose to gain or to buy. It's kind of the same thing at this point, but I did want another vassal at this point, so I opted to go for the buy at this. I'm saying at this point a lot. I apologize. Just that village and vassal there. Now my deck is at a point where I'll get the trashing done soon enough, and I can feel very comfortable just putting a lot of vassals in the deck. So here I'm just gonna take a vassal off the cobblers. The cobblers are very nice here, given the kinda strange plus buy on the board. Being able to gain these vassals very quickly is just commanding, honestly. And I think I'm actually going to get up to 14 here. And there's nothing else to do once you hit 14, really. I have the cobblers to gain me cards at the start of my turn. I'm guaranteed to probably kick off every single time, so I'm not concerned about that in the slightest. Why not dominate? Why not dominate? I have the cobblers to keep me afloat. So I dominate, my opponent has enough and resigns. So the match is at 1-1. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.